Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here. We are broadcasting from our downtown studios in Lansing, Michigan. We're going to go to the other end of town right now, however. Jason Cords from Shaheen Chevrolet Cadillac is joining us right now. And Jason, probably 8 million things to talk about, but what's on everybody's lips is, tell me about chips, right? How's that? Is that situation gotten any better?
Well, I'll tell you, there's a lot of cars. They're building cars and they're on lots all over the place. But what's happening now is they're going to start doing a build shy, which means they're going to build the car, ship it to us, but yet we can't sell it until all the parts come for it because they've run out of space everywhere. Yeah. And they're saying, well, let's at least get these cars to the dealer and then we'll ship the parts to the dealer to get these going. So eventually you're going to start seeing dealers with cars. Most likely they'll already be sold, sitting on the lot, waiting for parts to go. And so they're kind of going to put the responsibility on the dealer to finish the car. So,
you know, the last 2 years, I think that your industry has probably seen more change than they had in the prior 20. You know what I mean?
It is interesting, and we'll take that. You know, at least we've got a little control, that we've got our hands on the car and we can show it to the customer versus it's sitting in a lot somewhere that you don't know where it's at, getting dirty or mice or who knows what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. So along those lines, since we're talking about chips, supply chain was a big part of that, even getting them here. Has that alleviated at all, Jason?
It's still a little tough. Logistics are tough. Getting these vehicles, for instance, like Escalades and Tahoes from Texas on the rail, getting them up here. Then they go to a holding lot, and then that holding lot has 10,000 cars in it, and trying to get those vehicles out of there. We send drivers every single week over to the holding lot in Flint and pick them up ourselves versus waiting for a truck to come drop them off. Just to try to, everybody is trying to do everything they can to alleviate this issue a little bit with logistics, but it's still challenging.
Well, and I was going to ask you if your delivery guys who are supplying parts all over the state of Michigan and out of the state of Michigan, actually, if you were going to go electric with that, but the problem is you can't get electric vehicles.
That's an issue too, but they're coming. Electric vehicles are coming, and we've got some, but they're, you know, let's jump into the Lyriq with Cadillac a little bit, and that exciting vehicle.
Well, let's go through your EV and how it's I guess impacting your normal sales. Is it becoming a bigger piece of it?
Right now it's not, but it will. People are asking for this, but ultimately we've got to get the infrastructure in place, and that is, we need charging stations all over the place. We need these vehicles to go 300 plus, in which GM vehicles will. A lot of EV vehicles are 150 to 250 range, and that's if they're not out pulling something or, you know, depending on weather and all this other stuff. So they need the range, and we got to make sure that the infrastructure is there for it.
All right, so you've got a couple of really amazing cars in the Volt and the Volt. Tell me about that. How's that going?
They are going good. There is a recall on the batteries, so we're getting that squared away and putting all brand new Ultium batteries in there and making sure that their range, everything's safe. So that's going good. And we got the new Equinox and Blazer that are EV that are coming out, and that's exciting. We just had the Blazer video launch for all the sales team, so that's coming down the road.
Excellent stuff. It is. And, you know, we want to make a point of the fact that this was not a fault of the car, but the battery.
But of the battery. Exactly.
Right. So now the supplier is getting you more batteries that are more up to date, better.
Yep, taking care of that.
All right. So let's talk about what is really a dynamic vehicle, and that's the Cadillac Lyriq.
Yeah, we're excited about that. Our first one's going to arrive in August. And those were orders, hand raisers that put their order in well over a year ago, with 312 range miles. But what a beautiful car. I was lucky enough to be in San Francisco for Shaheen Cadillac and Cadillac of making sure, and we did a ride and drive out there, and compared it to the Tesla L, to the Audi e-tron, to the BMW EV, and the car was well above those cars. The luxury, the get up and go, and just when you sit in that car, you just feel amazing through the San Francisco streets, all through the towns. And I'm super excited about it. You know, I sat in that Tesla L series. I thought I was in a golf cart. And you got to take your eyes off the road to work this computer screen. It was just very challenging. But we're excited about the Lyriq, the new Celestiq that's coming out. Cadillac's got the CT4 and the XT4 and the XT6 and 2 Escalade EVs coming out. So they had the whole model line up. They are saying they're going to be 100% EV by 2030. And that's where they're moving.
That Escalade is a big vehicle.
It's a big vehicle. So we're excited about it. It's a gorgeous vehicle, and the redesign that's coming out. Looking forward to showing it to everybody.
Well, partner, you keep getting that great product here in the mid-Michigan area. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, Chris.
Jason Cords from Shaheen Cadillac and actually Shaheen Chevrolet and Cadillac. Got all the product you need out there on the lots, trust me. I'm Chris Holman. You're watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. We'll be right back.